Yep.
Okay.
There's a Windows update. This needs to be on.
If you are brave and don't get dizzy too easily, I invite you to stand and do the actions that you remember to Torah Tziva Lanu Moshe.
Glad there was someone else to swirl around.
You may.
Please be seated.
Catch your breath because you're going to need it in a little bit.
Good evening and Hag Sameach. Happy holiday. I'm Jim Kaplan. I'm honored to lead worship tonight as Shilach Tzibur. Here with me is Leslie Zucker, CBT Music Director, Susie Adams on piano, Warren Sickle and Betsy Applebaum, our wind section, Jim Applebaum on guitar, and our technical maestro, Terry and actually Terry's name, my last name I can't remember, but Dave Zucker, who are our technical, and Nathan. Oh, good. Well, we have a trio.
We actually have a team.
Yes, our technical team. Thank you to the Beyond Our Walls Committee for managing our worship streaming online. I also extend a special welcome to our TAG learners who are joining us tonight. It's a pretty elaborate plan just to get out of class early. So, yeah, I called it. For those of you joining us from home, if you need technical help this evening, please text your number to our technical assistance line, TAL, at 913-303-1134, and someone will get back to you as soon as they can. We will be, as always, praying all of our readings and singing and dancing our worship in song together tonight. So please join in all aspects of our worship to the extent that you are capable. An important aspect of praying together and sharing the moment is knowing those with whom you pray. So please take a moment now, introduce yourself to someone in front or behind you or someone that you don't know, and wish them Chag Sameach. Respecting our atmosphere of worship, please silence your potentially noisy electronic devices. This holiday is noisy enough. So just a word about Simchat Torah. I said Chag Sameach earlier, but is this a Chag, an official holiday? Sort of yes and sort of no. Simchat Torah, effectively the 9th day of Sukkot, dates to the Babylonian exile of the 8th century. Most of our other holidays are either commanded in Torah or become an event which our rabbinic sages created to remember when the Jewish people were saved in history, for example, Purim or Hanukkah. Simchat Torah is not like any of the other holidays. It arose in the 8th century out of 2 distinct customs. The first is the Torah reading for the day, that at the end of the Torah, in which Moses blesses the tribes of Israel. And the second custom is a festive celebration of completion of any study, for example, reaching the end of the Torah. To commemorate that accomplishment, we proclaim Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. Be strong, and we will strengthen each other. And in the 8th century, the day of finishing the Torah came to be known as Simchat Torah around the Jewish world, and other customs were added on. One was the practice of immediately beginning the Torah over again as soon as it was finished, reflecting that our dedication to Torah never ends, never pauses, it is continuous. When we hit the end of the Torah, we know we've not learned everything there is to learn inside, and so we start over from the beginning, hoping to find new insights each time through. The practice of a 7-segment procession on Simchat Torah and dancing with the Torah was added in the 16th century by followers of Rabbi Yitzchak Luria in what was called an itaruta dilatata, an awakening from below. And it was an initiative that began with the Jewish community. They thought it was great to dance with the Torah. So Rabbi Sadia Gaon in Babylon at the end of the 8th century wrote of the Jews of their time, "How can the Jewish people still be called a nation? At that time, they had none of the characteristics of a nation. They were scattered throughout the world. They had no single homeland. They had no unifying social or political order. They had no common culture. In fact, they didn't even have a common language. Rashi spoke French, Rambam spoke Arabic, and other sages wrote in their native tongues. But Rabbi Gaon concluded there was one thing that made the Jewish people a people: Torah. He wrote that more than the Jewish people preserved the Torah preserved the Jewish people. It's the legacy of our past, and it holds the promise of our future. So, on Simchat Torah, without a commandment in Torah or a rabbinic decree, Jews all over the world created the festival on which they dance with the Torah, Ach Sameach, filled with joy. The prophet Nehemiah saw the community of his time weeping as they listened to Torah because they recognized how far they had drifted from its message. Nehemiah wrote, "Do not grieve, for the joy of Adonai will become your strength." A people whose capacity for joy cannot be destroyed is itself indestructible. We began tonight by singing Torah Tziva Lanu Moshe, Morasha Kehilat Yaakov. The Torah that Moses commanded us is the heritage of our congregation of Israel. We will continue together with the reading before the candle lighting on page 385 in Mishkan Tefillah, page 385. The reading is in the middle of the page. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. The candlelight blessing is on 384.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom Tov.
We continue on page 389, the paragraph near the bottom. May our eyes sparkle with the light of Torah, and our ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to our soul. May the syllables draw holiness from our heart, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to us and all God's creatures. Page 394.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la,
Baruch
Page 397. You may be seated. Hafach ba v'hafach ba dechola va. Turn Torah and keep turning it, for everything can be found in it. Keep your eyes attached to it. Spend your lifetime in its study. Never budge from it, for there is no better way of life than this. Page 399. Source of life, every year you plant within us a new tree of life. May it be your will that this year our Torah blossoms with kindness and not cruelty, wisdom and not foolishness, awareness and not thoughtlessness. May you teach us a Torah of love that will nourish us in every season. You shall teach them diligently unto your children. Michamocha, page 406. Page 408. Page 413. Today, we complete and begin the reading of the Torah. We rejoice in the truth Torah brings to our people. Its teachings are eternal and inexhaustible. They are life-giving and life-renewing. Today, we give thanks for the precious gift of Torah. We love it for the depth of its humanity and revere it for its mysterious power. May our study of Torah enrich our lives and bring gladness to our people. Page 468. Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imaot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayem et Hakol Atah Rav L'Hoshia, Ma'ashiv Haruach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neiman Atah L'Hachayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kadoshim B'chol Yom Yalalu Chasela, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We continue our silent Amidah to page 486, adding the prayers that are in our own hearts. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated. turn our thoughts to those in need of healing and of return. We begin with this Mishaberach prayer for those who still suffer in Israel and Gaza and the surrounding countries, for those who remain in captivity, and for those whose whereabouts are unknown in the many days since the October 7th war began last year. From Psalm 122, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Let there be peace in your homes, safety within your borders. For the sake of my people, my friends, I pray you find peace. For the sake of the house of the eternal our God, I will seek your good. We yearn for the day when the word of the prophet will be fulfilled. In the words of the prophet Isaiah, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, and they will study war no more. And we say, Amen. We turn our attention now closer to home to those who are in need of healing of body, mind, and spirit. If you are with us online, you may access a Mishaberach list by following the link in the comments. And if you'd like to offer additional names, please type them in the comments for us. For those who are here with us, I invite you to close your eyes and think of those in your lives who need healing. If you wish, you may say those names aloud. So all these names, those in our hearts and those on our lips, may be gathered up together as we raise them in song. The words to the Mishaberach are on page 511. For those with addiction and mental health struggles. May the one who blessed our ancestors bring blessings of strength, compassion, and healing to those of us who struggle with the oppression of addiction, emotional distress, and mental suffering. Surround them with loving kindness, grace, and companionship, and bring them peace. This being Simchat Torah, we begin the Torah celebration and service next. Just a little word of explanation. We created 7 segments of Torah Hakafah, similar to Rabbi Luria's joyous 7 circuits around the entire synagogue, right here in our sanctuary. And you're welcome that we didn't go all the way around the synagogue. As the Torah parades through the circuit nearest you, please feel free to join in the Hakafah, or, if you wish, you may come up to dance near the Torah reading table after the Hakafah. If it's most appropriate or safest for you to stay at your seat, and you'll know what's the best for you, we will include you from that spot as well. So I ask the Torah carriers to go to their spots on the path of the Hakafah now. Great. Yeah, oh yeah. And for everyone else to rise, if you are able, as we begin the Hakafah. Right? Yeah. Oh, we do have more Torahs.
So a whole nother basket showed up. The Torah is reproducing.
You put two Torahs next to each other.
I've got nothing to say to that is appropriate, so I'm just going to sing. everybody get... Don't go too far.
On. If you would like to read over the shoulder of the Torah readers, you may gather. This is the end of the Torah, and this is the beginning of the Torah, or if you're non-committal, you can move from one to the other as you wish.
Yes,
they can watch, yes. Vic Finkelstein has volunteered to read the end of the Torah, and that'll need some Torah blessings. And Leslie will sing the beginning of the next Torah, which will also need some blessings.
All right, so gather around this far one if you want to hear, if you want to see, and you're welcome to stay out in the pews, whatever is most comfortable for you. So down here we have...
Let me help you uncover it.
The end
you got that?
of our book, the end of our holy book.
If you can pull that off. Can you get it
Tell
off?
us when you're ready. Do you want to lead that?
Thank you.
Do you want to lead that?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just cover
That's
it
all
up
you
temporarily.
do.
Yeah, there we go. Leslie will get to it in a sec. The Torah blessing. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvor. Are you ready? Oh, sorry. Go for it, Vic.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Yehoshua ben Nun malei ruach chachma ki samach Moshe et yadav alav yishmo elav b'nei Yisrael. Yaso kasher tziva Adonai et Moshe v'lo kam navi od v'Yisrael k'Moshe asher yado Adonai panim al panim. L'chol ha'otot v'hamofetim asher shlacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim leFaro u'lecho avadav u'lecho arso u'lecho chayar chachazaka u'lecho hamorah hagadol asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael.
On slides. Chazak.
Chazak v'yitchazek.
And then if you will join me, we will go straight into... Yep. Let's
Beginning.
see. There we go. Hello. Here we go. Breshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hayeta tohu vavohu ve'choshech al pnei tahom ve'ruach Elohim mechafet al pnei
Hamayim.
Is it Hamayim? Hamayim, thank you. Ve'yomer Elohim, Yehior, Vayehior. Vayar Elohim, et haor, Kito. Vayavdel Elohim, bein haor uvein haor. Vayikra Elohim leor yom v'lachoshech kara laila yom erev yom boker yom echad. Oh, somebody else do that.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Okay, now we have a treat for you. We couldn't unroll the entire scroll all the way around the sanctuary, but we had the beginning and we had the end, and we have a couple of other interesting places in the middle for you to look at. So if you'd like to gather around, thank you, Sharon. So this right here, anybody want to guess what I'm going to show you first? Close. Actually, the 10 Commandments. Right here. You want to get around here? I want to stand over here. Where all the lows are.
Don't do this, don't do that.
Right? So you see, look at this. If you can all gather around, you see most blocks of text. A lot of them just look like this. But every once in a while, you get something that looks really cool. Come on up. Everybody gets a chance. This right here. We have the 10 Commandments, which is why it looks different from the rest of it. It's almost like it's a poem or a dramatic reading, if you will. I want to make sure everybody, yeah. Has everybody had a chance to see this one that wants to see it? Yep. Oh, yes. Dave Zucker did some research, and here's one of the reasons that we're not unrolling the Torah with this many people. If you were to unroll a typical Torah, it is as long as a blue whale, the kind that lives in the ocean. That is how long a Torah is. It goes all the way around this sanctuary, though. The cover's over there. Bobby, would you put the cover on that Torah? It doesn't have to go all the way on, just lay it on there. All right. So this one, I didn't want to turn this one too much. This is our second most fragile Torah. The most fragile, of course, is the one out in the Ulam, the Heritage Torah. This is older than you, yes. This is a Kabbalah scroll, and you can kind of see how there's worn places. And if you were to unroll it, you can see the seams. You can see places where tape is starting to come loose. So this right here, and if you read a lot of Torah, yeah, it's tiny. So the font, it says the font, the handwriting is way smaller. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing here. This is one letter that is just made really long. They do it up here. There's a really long resh. There's a really long hey, and that is a stylistic thing in this Torah. So this right here is the priestly blessing, the place where it diverges from la 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 text, la la la. It's the one that we do, Yivarechecha, may the Lord bless you and keep you, may God make God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you, and may God grant you peace. Right there.
How old is that?
I ran out of time to do that research, really old. It's probably 100, 150 years old at least, maybe more. Way older than Miss Andrea. Yeah. That's that one, yeah. The Heritage Torah is the one that he found on it, yeah. But as you can see, did everybody get a chance to see? Right here is the priestly blessing, right there. Benediction. This is what Aaron, and so right around in here is where God commands Aaron and his sons, this is what you will say to the people. This is how you will bless the people.
Okay, so this is upside down here, right?
No, it's this way. Yeah.
So you're reading here?
Yeah, you would read this way, right to left.
And this is the top?
Yes, and this is the bottom. Did you all get to see all the taggers? Did you get to see what you wanted to see? Okay. Wonderful. Yeah.
Leslie is correct.
Yeah. All right.
Make it look easy.
Are you
Thank you.
good?
That's all right.
All right. So, yeah. All right. We're gonna cover all the Torahs. We're gonna put the covers on all of them. We can go ahead and put them on. Let's dress them. Yeah, we're gonna dress them all. If anyone would like to come help me dress her over here. This one,
Awesome.
maybe 50. This is not the new one. The new one's down on the end.
You go set it back down if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. This one is also stylized, yeah. It's not as old as that one. Oh, man. All right. All right, we're going to invite you to remain standing while I look for my clicker. Is it over here? So we are going to sing about how the Torah is a tree of life for us. If you want your book, it's on page 514. We're going to leave them covered on the tables, dressed on the tables. Thank you all for going on this little journey with us. You have now seen with your own eyes the beginning, the middle, and the end of our Torah scroll. So I invite you to stand if it makes sense for you to stand now. It's
And now we move several hundred years more. The rabbis of the 12th century ended our worship with the Aleinu to show us that no matter what our days have been up to this point, our best days lie ahead. The Aleinu is on page 586 and 591. Aleinu shameach adon hakol, natzeit gdula yotzeh breshit, shelo asan kegoye harasot, velo asan amduk mishpachot ha'adama, shelo asan elkeinu kahem, vekol thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those of our friends and neighbors who have been lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and of every nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss and of life and death. Please choose from the meditations on pages 592 through 597, or just take a moment to remember those who are no longer with us, except in our memories. And don't freak out, but I'm going to come down for 1 sec. List. This week we remember those men, women, and children, Israeli and non-Israeli, who've lost their lives, sadly, in the battles between Israel and her neighbors. We also recognize from our congregation those whose families are in the Shiva period, Donna Krishiver, wife of Joel Krishiver, and those who were recently laid to rest whose families are in the Shloshim period, Leonard Milton Glass, grandfather of Sarah Glass, and Shirley Ann Kransberg-Nelken, mother and mother-in-law of Ken and Teresa Nelken. We also recognize those whose yortzites occurred this last week: Gary Agron, Norman Barron, Clara Kornblum, Bess Trainen, Elaine Waxman, and Joanne Wenz. Tomorrow at Yiskor, there will be the entire Yiskor list for the year. These are those who had yortzites this past week. Kaddish Zichronam. If there is anyone whose name I did not read, I'm sorry. If there's anyone whose name I did not read, and you are here to say Kaddish for them, please let us know their names so we may include them in our prayers. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing. Kaddish Yatom is on page 598. We stand as a community to support those in mourning. If it's your custom to remain seated, please feel free to do so. Page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah. Le'alma divrach hiratei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael b'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mavarach le'lam u'le'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudisha b'riachu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Da'amiran Yalma Vimru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shmaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom I would like to thank our musicians, Susie, Warren, Jim, and Betsy. I'd like to thank all of those of you who raised your voice in song along with us, and Vic for reading Torah, and our Torah carriers, Misha Binstock, Alice Lenz, Corbin Lenz, Elizabeth Lenz, Betsy Wanger, and Dave Zucker. Thank you all.
And Jim Kaplan.
And Jim Kaplan too, yeah. We are the community we need. Actually, we are the community that feeds. Our High Holy Day food drive continues through Sunday. Rabbi Levin issued the challenge and set a high donation bar during his Kol Nidre sermon. So we've already had to order some extra barrels because so many people have brought food, which is really cool. Let us show them how it's done.
We are so pleased to have our next Beit Midrash on the calendar. Join us November 8th for worship, Shabbat dinner, and a program presented by Strangers No More. In these divisive times, we are pleased to have Strangers No More at Beth Torah on the eve of Kristallnacht to talk about the bridge building work they've done in Kansas City over the past 2 years. When Marcia and I were talking about a good date to bring them in because we wanted them to speak on the 10-year anniversary, we thought, how many Kristallnachts could have been avoided if organizations like this had been building more bridges between Jews and non-Jews? And so that is why we picked that date. There's no charge for dinner, but please for me, register by October 31st so that we make sure to have enough food for everyone.
Your next chance to save a life is just around the corner. Actually, it's just outside those doors. Our fall blood drive is Sunday, November 10th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Save up your red cells and then bring them with you. Register through the QR codes or the links on our blood drive page on our website.
And we invite you to join us Sunday. We are having Shabbat, Friday and Saturday. Jim and I will be here and welcome you back. But we also invite you on Sunday. You can come and have bagel breakfast. I hear that Michael Crane, thank you, Michael, is making homemade bagels for the bagel breakfast. And then come to family tefillah at 9:30 and then help take down the sukkah.
And there is so much more going on. So please take your announcement sheets home with you because everything is listed on there. And check out all the usual places that things are listed in your app, in the Ulam, etc. We encourage you to participate in every single Beth Torah community activity. We are the community we need. We will close worship singing Lo Yisagoy. Please rise. Lo Yisagoy El Goy.
Sameach, everyone. If you're going to be at Yizkor tomorrow, I'll see you there. 10:30 a.m. at B'nai Yehuda. It's our joint service, and it's their turn to host, so we don't have to clean up tonight.